Hello guys, it's Azza here from Chefs the Game. We've got our special guest today, Ed Cookie, our loyal Southampton fan.
Special guest today.
Special guest indeed. We're here doing something a little bit different to our normal gaming setups. Doing a podcast about football. It's going to become a regular thing. We do watch-alongs as well. Yeah, we're just chatting about how we think the season is going to go after it restarts on Wednesday. And let's jump straight into it.
Let's do it. So we're going to start off talking about what's happening in the Premier League table then, boys?
Yeah, well, obviously you got the... I'm not repping the shirt at the minute, but Liverpool, top dog, come on, up the boys.
Yeah, let's not talk about them.
Much. We're going to win, let's be honest. But
let's not talk about them.
Top of the league and doesn't even have the home shirt.
Shocking.
Mate, it's in the wash. It's in the wash, brother.
Shocking.
It's in the wash.
Me and Cookie are repping down the bottom here.
Yeah, but I'd rather burn that than rep it, I'm not going to lie.
It just doesn't fit after lockdown.
Yeah, true. Mine was a tight fit after this quarantine, I'm not going to lie.
So, the big question is, are you going to bottle it?
Absolutely not. I don't think there's any way we can bottle it this season. Like, Liverpool, yeah, we are bottle jobs. We have been bottle jobs in the past a lot, but there's no way we can bottle it this season. And if we do, then I'm just going to stop supporting football altogether, you know what I mean?
Do you not think that the break will affect it? Will affect your form?
Not really. Everyone's had a rest. Everyone's going to be out of practice somewhat. So, I think we'll be all right, to be quite honest with you.
I mean, looking at the
Who is your
table,
first
you've got
game?
1 loss, and Man City, who are under you, you've got 7. So you really, how many games are left?
8 or 9?
I think it's 7 or 8.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Realistically, you'd need to lose 6 and draw 2 just to be level on points.
It's not happening.
And Man City to win all of them, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no. I think we're safe this year. I think it is coming out.
So let's just assume that Liverpool have won the league because it looks like that is going to happen. So what do we think about the teams below then? So we've got Man City with 57, and then Leicester below them with
Man
53.
City and Leicester, they're givens for the Champions League, surely.
I think Leicester might bottle it.
Well, City's still got that ban, haven't they? That 2-season ban, isn't it, for the Champions League?
Yeah. So as it stands, it would actually be United.
Didn't they go into a
Champions League?
They went into a court dispute the other day, didn't they?
They disputed it. I don't know the outcome of that yet. I don't think it's been.
No, I don't think they've said.
But yeah,
they'll probably get away with it.
But if they didn't get away with it, I take it 5th place would get Champions League then.
What's that?
No.
4th.
Well, no, because City is 2nd. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they didn't get Champions
League, it would then go down to 3rd and 4th. But then again, City won the Carabao Cup, didn't they? So then it moved down a place as well.
True.
We'll get very confused.
I know, because that's Europa, isn't it? That's not Champions League, that's Europa.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's very confusing.
Let's look down at the bottom of the table and see the relegation.
Yeah, bottom of the table. That's interesting, isn't it, Benny?
Can we please not?
So we've got Norwich at the bottom on 21.
The thing is, Benny, I think you'll be all right. Like the amount of teams, there's 3 teams on 27 points or above.
We've got a game in hand as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I think
our
you'll be
game
all
in
right.
hand is Sheffield.
Tough game.
And look how is it at home?
No. Is it not?
I can't remember.
I'll have a quick
Sheffield at home.
For Champions League.
Yeah, it's at Villa Park.
That's probably that is.
You got Norwich on 21 at the bottom, and then following them is Villa in 19th for 25 points. But then, to be fair, Benny, the teams above you aren't far away.
No,
you've got Bournemouth, Watford, and West Ham all on 27.
Yeah, with a win, we move out of the relegation zone.
Yeah. And then you've got Brighton on 29, then Southampton.
It's that goal difference that's a bit worrying.
That could come back and bite you, to be fair.
It's going to be interesting to see what it's like with the COVID restrictions now, what's going to be like.
I was going to say, speaking of massive goal deficiencies, Cookie, Southampton. What about Leicester?
I don't think the goal difference is going to be a big deal for us. So I think we are just home and dry.
I think you've just made it. You had that good run. I think that saved
We had
you.
a good run. Our form
30
before,
points is normally the cut-off, isn't it?
yeah. Well, they say 40 for sure. And what we're on 34.
Yeah.
And you should grab 3 against Norwich.
2 more
really.
wins. Yeah, we should get points against Norwich. Although I'm not banking on it. If I was a betting man, I'd probably say a draw. To be honest.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
before the break, it wasn't looking good for us. Liverpool 4-0 loss, 3-2 loss to Tottenham, lost to Burnley, beat Villa,
Of course.
I can't talk, actually. We drew to Villa.
lost to West Ham, and lost to Newcastle at home after St Maxime goal. He was an absolute baller, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
So, yeah, I think we're all right. But before the break, it wasn't looking exceptional for us. Hopefully they
I
can
think I
put it
could
together.
do with one of the St. Maximilian headbands, to be honest.
Lockdown
I
haircut.
think we're all good at that, hence the hat.
So,
Hence the hat.
would love it if West Ham went down. Absolutely love it.
We would all love that.
I
We'd all love
would
that.
agree. I'd agree with that, yeah.
Definitely.
West Ham beat us.
For me, I
be
wouldn't mind Bournemouth going down.
Yeah, I'm Norwich, Bournemouth, West Ham.
Yeah, I'd be quite happy with those 3.
I don't think it will be those 3.
Do you
Wouldn't
not?
mind that at all.
I don't know. I don't know. I have a feeling Watford might go down.
I don't think they will. After beating Liverpool, I think they might all be in a high spirits, and I think they could.
I was a
think
while
they could
ago.
do
I
that.
don't know. That was a long time ago now.
Well, yeah, but also
But if they can beat the best team in the world, I mean, they can beat anyone, can't they? So.
It's all dependent on the form after lockdown and COVID.
Yeah.
That's all it's dependent on.
And I don't think anyone can predict that at all.
You never know. Liverpool
Look
might.
at some of the friendlies that have already happened.
Yeah, exactly. I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
yeah.
Arsenal losing, United losing. We only beat Bristol City 3-2, which is
Didn't
Not
Norwich
good,
beat
really.
Spurs?
did what?
Did Norwich beat Spurs?
I didn't see that.
No, I didn't see
I
that.
haven't seen that one.
I know
because
that
they
we
did.
beat Blackburn 6-0. So.
You never know. We might come
I know-
back
I know
after the break,
we-
and Liverpool might be playing rubbish, and then Norwich go on an absolute mad one.
I don't think they can win the league.
No, not win the league, but I mean avoid relegation. You never know. They might win like the next
Norwich versus
7 games. You never know, do you?
Happened to Sunderland, didn't it? Or did Sunderland just miss out? I can't remember. I remember when they went on that absolute stomping
one.
run.
Yeah,
Madness.
Can happen.
can happen. And it's going to be interesting to be the first time anything like this has really happened, isn't it, in the Premier League? Like, it was such a long break, so it's going to be weird to see.
And I think the whole home and away advantage or whatever goes completely out the window as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's
totally.
no support.
Yeah, it's just the travelling, but I don't really see how that can affect
nah.
professional players
Well,
really.
No.
Speaking of what's the word? Home and away fixtures. Did you see the Barcelona fan that stormed the game, and even if it was behind closed doors?
Really?
How that's possible, I've got no idea.
He came out wearing an Argentina shirt and trying to get a selfie with me.
Messi on, and he ran up to Jordi Alba.
Christ. It's mad what some
Yeah,
people will
it's
do.
At least they've put in the fake crowd noise onto the games now. Have you seen
Sound-
that?
They,
Yeah, I was watching the
Christ.
Bayern Munich game, and it's actually all linked up to the game as well. Like there was a
Can't wait for Imagine
a
Dragons
penalty
to come on in half time.
there was a penalty, and all the fans started booing and stuff. So it's actually like
That's mad.
linked
That's
to the
mad.
game. It's quite good.
Yeah, I think there's someone that can choose like the chants and stuff. Like Liverpool, they can have "You'll Never Walk Alone." And
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm hoping they do that because it's supplied by EA Sports, isn't it? And obviously, when you play with the teams in FIFA, they've got like a few chants for each team. So
Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't be able to do that.
nah, it should be pretty simple.
I just wonder if all the games are going to be Jeff Sterling. Is it Jeff Sterling? Have I made that up?
But you won't be able to cover all of them.
No.
No, they'll be coming at you quick and fast,
Bro.
aren't they? No, I am excited for the return. Like, you can watch so much football. And
Oh, it's
being
gonna
off
be
from
so
work
good.
as well, we can watch so much football.
Just gonna binge it
I can't
every
wait.
single day.
Is it? It's literally just next Thursday, isn't it? That's the only time when there's not a
Wednesday.
game.
Oh, next
No,
week.
Thursday there's no game.
Yeah,
Thursday there's no game, and then you're back to the actual schedule on the Friday
yeah.
with a big game. Big game that evening, isn't it?
Yeah, Spurs United.
Spurs United.
Yeah.
I reckon. I think United have got that.
That's got draw written all over it.
Nah, I think United have got that.
Well, speaking about that, boys, do you want to go into some predictions for the games that are upcoming?
Yeah, whip up the fixtures. We'll have a chat.
Let's go into some predictions. So, the first game we're going to talk about is Villa and Sheffield. So, predictions on Villa Sheffield.
It's a very tough one because, like, Sheffield defensively are just fantastic. I don't really know how or why, but yeah, they've been so good defensively this season.
And their
so
keeper.
if they come out and if they bag an early goal, I can see them winning it.
Yeah, I can see Sheffield taking that.
In their last 5 games, they've won 4 and drawn 1.
Yeah,
incredible, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
If they can bag an early goal, I reckon they'll just close it off and see it out.
Yeah.
I just think form does go out the window, though, doesn't it? Because
it does.
You don't have that momentum carrying forward with such a long break.
Yeah.
So if you're going to beat them at any
point, it also depends on injuries and everything as well. I'm not entirely sure what our injuries are because we were struck quite bad with injuries, with obviously Wesley and Tom Heaton and stuff. But
Wesley, the top class striker.
I think Samatta scored as many as him almost, and he's only played 3 games.
How much was he?
Samatta was 10 mil.
How much was Wesley though? He was a lot, wasn't he?
He was a lot. I can't remember now. Transfers. Okay, let me have a quick look.
He was like the 30 mil mark, wasn't he?
It was high. I want to say it was. Undisclosed. Brilliant.
They all are now.
Yeah, as a betting man, I'll either go draw or Sheffield United win.
What are you saying, Benny?
Small margins.
I'm going to go with draw.
Yeah.
I reckon it'll be either it'll be really boring and it'll be a 0-0, or it'll be 1-1.
Yeah.
But
do you know what?
Because it's the first game in a long time, there might be a upset.
Yeah.
And that can either be Sheffield absolutely battering us 10-0, or it could be Villa winning 2-0.
I think Villa are going to win it. That's my
I agree.
prediction.
I reckon tight, scrappy game.
Yeah.
And then
Villa's survival all depends on Grealish. This is very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
It depends on if he listens to the links. If he thinks about joining United, obviously.
God, do you know what? I don't even want to get Grealish just for the fact it's Grealish. I want to get Grealish to see your face when we get Grealish. That's what I want. Just to be like, fuck.
I reckon he'll stay.
Yeah.
At least 1 season more.
Okay.
Yeah,
so, Cookie, you're saying Villa win as well, yeah?
What's that?
You saying Villa win as well?
Yeah, Villa winner, 80th minute.
Yeah, I reckon it'd be a boring first half.
The games we've won through late goals.
Late goals is mad, yeah. It is.
Late goals is mad for us. The 95th minute.
Unless you're playing Liverpool. Then it's the other way around, mate.
95th minute we come alive. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, should we move on to the next one?
Hang on, what's your prediction for that?
Me? I said Villa win.
Villa win.
Oh, Villa win, okay.
Okay, so next game we have Man City versus Arsenal.
Oh, it's going to be a tasty one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
After Arsenal's defeat in their recent friendly, they lost 3-2 to Brentford, I think it was, or
Brentford, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon City are going to fucking wipe the floor with them.
So
honestly.
do I. So do I.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a City win.
It's the return of Arteta and Pep, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
he learnt all his stuff under Pep. So it's going to see how they face up against each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Very true.
I don't think Arsenal are going to be on a very good form now for the rest of the season.
I mean, Man City lose their last game they played. Well, their last Premier League game they played, which was against United.
Yeah.
They've got in the Prem, they've had 1, 2. I can only see their last 6, and they only played 2.
7 losses.
Yeah, they've only had 7 losses and 3 draws in total.
But I was thinking about this earlier, right? It's mad. So you look back to like 1999, 2000, and United and Arsenal, just like incredible. And now they're both mid-table teams. And it's like, what's going on?
They've just had an atrocious season. It's because all like the shake-ups managerial side of things, they've just not recovered from it.
Yeah, exactly.
And bad transfers.
And bad transfers. You've never been the same since Ferguson left.
No.
And Arsenal have just been all over the place since Wenger left. Even before that, but like...
Yeah, so
They're still
when the fans turned on Wenger, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like they're just in the recovery period, which is why they're all about the place at the minute. But yeah, no, I reckon I'm saying Arsenal are going to lose 3-1 or 3-0. I reckon.
Benny?
I think it might be a boring first half. Just trying to get like a feel for each other. Seeing what Arteta does, and then I think it might be a 2-0 win City.
Yeah, I was going to go 2-1.
I reckon a bit higher. I'd bet City to put 3 or 4 past Arsenal, to be honest. I can see Arsenal nicking a goal because City's defence sometimes questionable.
I can see all slipping.
Have they got most of their defenders back now? Because obviously a lot of them went out with injury.
Yeah, a lot of them were out, weren't they?
Yeah, because you had like Fernandinho playing centre-back, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like Fernandinho and Stones in centre-back.
Yeah.
But again, even if they're back, they wouldn't have played, competitive football for a while yet.
That's true.
So, yeah, I can see him leaking a goal, but I can see him putting a few past Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, that's that one
Definitely.
done. Very clear and decisive decision on what we think of that one. So next game
KDB going to rip Arsenal apart.
Yeah.
Next we have
Definitely.
Norwich and Southampton. This one's for you, Cookie. What are you thinking?
Well, yeah, I mentioned it earlier. I can see draw written all over this, to be honest.
Yeah.
We're so shaky. We've been so shaky for a few years, really. I think recently we've got better under Hasenhüttl, and obviously glad he's signed his new contract. But just like looking back at our form, like we were beating. I remember we were beating Spurs. Lloris, it was a Lloris blunder. I remember it, and Ings tapped it in. We were ahead against them, threw it away. Very good at throwing it away. And really, whilst Norwich look out of it, they're only 4 points behind Villa.
Yeah.
If Villa lose to Sheffield, like they could still do it. They've still got time to do it. So
They're only 6 points behind 3 other teams as well.
yeah, exactly. Like it is so doable, and especially like I said, after all the form stuff goes out the window, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be up for it and think they can do it. Meanwhile, I think we are safe, and whilst being safe, I think we're too far away from anything like Europa League, so we're sort of just going to be, plodding along, really. Yeah. So
I do wonder how Norwich are going to face up after one of their players tested positive for corona.
Yeah, who was it? Do we know who it was?
I don't think it's been released.
Don't think it's been Yeah.
So it could be like, because that player was confirmed to have played when they played Spurs in their friendly. So how many players are they going to have to self-isolate? Are they going to have to? Is it just that one player? Is it?
Yeah. Or to the team.
Release statements saying that no players are going to have to self-isolate because they weren't within 2 meters of the player for more than 15 minutes at any one time, which is apparently the government guidelines.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who it is. Obviously, I wouldn't want to wish any player having it, but
of course.
Norwich do have a few key players.
You wouldn't mind if it was Todd Cantwell,
Yeah, Cantwell, or who's the other one? Pookie. Can't remember his name.
Not
Argentinian
one.
The Argentinian guy, yeah.
Can't remember what his name is.
I saw like his chance creation. It was like right up there. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see who it is. But I can see us going ahead, probably Ingsy. But yeah, I think we'll be ahead, and then second half we'll just get pushed back. They'll be pushing us into our own half.
Yeah.
And they'll equalise, and I think that'll end up 1-1.
Return of Redmonds could be important for Saints. We have had it in the chat. What do you reckon, Cookie?
Return of who?
Redmond.
Redmond.
Yeah, big player for us this year, I think. Relied on him. If it wasn't for Ingsy, yeah, he's been right up there the last few seasons with one of the only players we've really looked to actually delivering. So yeah, I can see him starting alongside Ings, and Longy as well, probably in a free. Yeah, hopefully he'll be fit, and obviously against his old club as well. So
Yeah.
that'll be
When
interesting.
when talking about Ings, I don't know. I feel it's nice as a Liverpool fan to have given you someone back, because we obviously take all your good players, and we've given you someone back that's actually helped you so much this season.
That is kind of you, isn't it? At last,
Finally.
we have. If you look at some of the strikers we've bought since, Pella was really our last one that delivered.
Oh, we've got a follower. Thank
we
you.
Obviously bought in Che Adams from Birmingham. Looked like a good signing.
Yeah.
Scored a lot in the Championship. He's done nothing. Who was the other one?
He was
Carrillo.
their top scorer, wasn't
Guido.
he? In,
Guido
Birmingham.
Carrillo, the Argentinian. Record transfer for us is about 18 million. Honestly, he hasn't done anything. I don't even know. He went to like Legan on loan in Spain. I don't even really know. But yeah, what a waste of money. So yeah, it is nice to finally got something back from.
I'm just looking at your transfers. I forgot you had Walker Peters on loan from Spurs.
Yeah, interesting one. Hasn't played loads because we only got him in January.
Yeah,
it was obviously only January, February, March, wasn't it? March was when the season got postponed. So we haven't really seen a lot of him. And the talk at the moment is we're not going to extend the deal, which is interesting because obviously we've got Cedric out on loan at Arsenal and his contract's expiring.
You didn't have that much in the news of transfers, did you? You only made 4.
Got another follower. Thank you, JDB298. Carry on, Benny. Sorry.
You signed Adams, Danso.
Yeah. Danso, yeah. Again, he was I think he was loan option to buy, and we're deciding not to follow through on the option to buy because again, he's barely played.
And then Gineppo.
Gineppo.
Yeah, Gineppo's looked very promising actually. Hasn't played loads.
So I don't know had a comment about that. I think next season Gineppo could have a huge season.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember he got goal of the month against Sheffield quite near the start of the season. Looked really promising. I think he had a few injuries, but he's definitely one of our players that I'd really like to see a bit more of.
Yeah.
Yeah, once he's settled into the squad, I reckon he'll come alive.
Yeah, and a lot of these players, like I remember when we bought Mane, he was horrendous for us for about 6 months. Honestly, looked like he couldn't adjust at all for about 6 months. Took him a season, and the next year he was incredible. One of the best players I've seen play for us. So,
and he's done fastest to score a hat trick, isn't he? Got multiple records.
Yeah.
Is that Villa again?
Yeah, that was Villa. 6-1.
Yeah, I was at that game. Remember that. Yeah, I think next season he'll be a key player for us. Gineppo, cross fingers.
Yeah.
So your final prediction was 1-1 Cookie, yeah?
1-1.
Aaron?
I reckon either a 1-1 draw or they'll nick it 2-1 Southampton, that is.
Benny?
I reckon it's going to be a 2-1 Southampton. 2-1, 2-0. I don't see Norwich doing much, to be honest.
I'm going for a 1-0 Southampton. That's my prediction.
Solid. Positive. You can tell you're not Saints fans because you're positive.
Right, next game.
I mean, haven't we predicted the home team to win every time so far?
I think we might have, yeah.
Wait, is Southampton home or away?
We're away.
Away.
Oh, okay, yeah. Forget that. That's not true at all.
Right, next game. It's a big one, boys. Big Friday game is Spurs United.
Spurs 8-0 win.
Let's hope not. Well, we beat them earlier in the season, didn't we? Because we beat Spurs and then beat City, or it was the other way around. One of the ways. That's when we went on a good little run. I don't know. Looking at the way we played, I heard about our loss to West Brom. It's not very promising, is it? But then they lost to Norwich. So
looking at Spurs' form, just in all competitions, they have drawn 2 in their last 6.
Don't
And
know.
one of them was actually a loss because they lost on penalties to Norwich, didn't they, in the FA Cup?
I honestly think that United might nick it, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a United fan. I generally do think they will nick it.
Well, you got Rashford back, and you got Pogba and Fernandes linking up in the mid, so it'll be very
looking a bit better.
If Pogba and Fernandes link up and gel well, then there's no reason you can't fucking smash it.
I'd be happy with that front.
Goal. They combined and scored a good goal against West Brom.
Yeah, so you got Fernandes and Pogba, Rashford and James, and then Martial coming through the middle. That sounds good to me.
Who do they take out of your squad that was playing before?
What, for Pogba? Pereira. Thank God they're taking him out. Christ, I hate him.
He's not a United standard player at all.
I don't think any of them are at the minute. Is he a football player?
Mate, honestly, I don't even think he could survive the league below, to be fair. I think he is shocking.
He's god awful, to be fair.
Yeah.
Was it the game we watched when they played Tranmere? And he...
What, they won scored. 7-0 or something, we won?
Yeah, it was something. But,
Maguire scored, Pereira scored.
That looked like his level.
Yeah, it did.
Yes,
it was that picture of the mud everywhere, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... No, Lingard scored that game. It wasn't Pereira, it was Lingard.
I think
he's another one.
Yeah, Lingard's gone there, apparently.
I've
heard Lingard might be on his way out or gone.
Yeah, so
really?
I can't remember who it was to.
I thought I heard Everton, but I'm not sure.
Yes, I think it was Everton I heard as well.
It was something. You beat Tranmere 6-0.
6-0.
Just had a look. And it was... No, Pereira didn't score.
No, it was Lingard.
Maguire, Dalot, Lingard, Jones, Martial and Greenwood.
Yeah, because Jones scored as well, and I was like, what the hell was going on this game? Lingard and Jones have both scored.
Lingard and Jones score, you know you're shit.
Yeah, you know the other team are bad if they score. But yeah,
What do you reckon, Cal?
I'm going to go 1-0 United. Because we never like to get a lot of goals in the Premier League. We always just do it. We never smash someone. We just get by. So I'm going to go for a 1-0. Or a draw 1-0, I don't know. 1-0. I'll stick with that.
I'm going to go 3-2 because you've both got leaky defences. 3-2 to United.
It depends if De Gea turns up, I think.
Yeah. But I'm quite happy with our defence, though, to be honest. I think.
So who would you choose as your starting back four?
As it stands, Wan-Bissaka, obviously, my main man. He's my favourite player for United. I think he's amazing. Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, and then it's either Luke Shaw or Brandon Williams, because Brandon Williams is coming through, but then Luke Shaw's good as well. So either or of them. I can't really pick between them because they're both good in their own ways. Probably Shaw and experience.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is Kane back?
I don't know.
But then again, he's been out for a while.
Yeah, he has.
But so is Rashford and Pogba. Rashford, Pogba and Kane are all out for ages.
So what do we think about Spurs then? Their team at the moment. Ali's missing it, isn't he? Dele Alli.
Yeah, he got a 1 game ban for social media posts, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I've just had a comment here on the chat. For United to totally utilise Fernandes and Pogba, a new defensive mid is needed.
I disagree.
I disagree. McTominay, he's good. He's still young, so he still needs a bit more experience, but he is getting there. You've seen him improve. I do like him.
I think he's a good player, but I think when you look at some of the best teams, they have that, defensive powerhouse who sits in front of the back four.
Yeah.
Someone like a Vieira, Yaya Toure type player, just to break play up.
Yeah.
Like a Ndidi at Leicester.
Yeah, that like a Wanyama prime, sort of player.
But there is transfer news. Apparently, United are looking at Ndidi from Leicester. I think Real Madrid are looking at him as well.
But then if there's also the Grealish transfer rumours, how would all of them fit in the squad together?
That's why I don't think Grealish is going to go to United.
No.
Because
it all depends on Pogba as well.
Yeah, if you look at all the transfer rumours, they are always midfielders.
To me, Grealish just screams Spurs. I don't know why. I could just see him at Spurs.
Yeah.
I think he would have been better under Poch at Spurs.
Yeah,
because we know.
I don't think he's a Mourinho player.
No. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Poch would have got a lot out of it.
Or Newcastle, or the new cash.
Well, if that goes ahead, but they won't be wanting Grealish when they think they can get Mbappe. So.
But then you look at with United as well. You look at Fred. Yeah, I think Fred is at the start of the season. Don't get me wrong, I hated Fred. He has come on a lot, and so he's another option for centre defensive mid. He's not too big. He's not massive though, is he? He's quite small.
No. And
we definitely need a right winger.
United players do a job. Like a lot of them do a job, but when you actually think of Man United as a club and with it considered the biggest club in the world, like a lot of those players just aren't
standard.
Sort of.
But then that's when you got to look at like I've forgotten his name, Ed Woodward, and his spending and what he wants to spend. It's just terrible. Like we can't spend money when we have it to go out there and get United standard players. Like, we need another right winger because Daniel James came over. He's a very good signing, don't get me wrong, but we've overplayed him. He wasn't meant to play the amount of time he has played. He's a perfect
Sancho's talk, isn't he?
Yeah, Sancho's in talks, but I don't think that will go ahead because 115 million, oh, God forbid, that's too much for Woodward. Can't have that. Yeah. We've got to do some sort of deal. He'll be going in saying, we'll have him for 60 mil. And they'll be like, haha, funny. See you later. Because that's the sort of deal that Woodward would put in. I don't know. I think to United to properly fix themselves and start to get back towards that level, they've got to get rid of Woodward and the Glaziers, I think, or drastically change in their way they want to spend money, and just give us a couple more seasons. And do you know what? I think we will get there eventually again.
It does take time.
Not soon, because you look at Liverpool. It's taken them 30 years to get back. Well, 27 years to get back up to their sort of standard. So it does take time, but it's possible.
Cal, do you not think there might be a potential defender now that could play possibly in that like CDM role, like a Tuanzebe or a
possibly
or a Bailly?
See, Bailly, that's another good player. Bailly, I rate Bailly as well, but he's always injured.
They're both big guys, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're both physical big guys.
Bailly's CDM material.
In my dream world, I want three players for the club. In my dream world, I want 3 players for the club, and that would be Koulibaly, centre-back, to replace Lindelof. I'd want Ndidi from Leicester for the CDM role, with Pogba and Fernandes in front of him. And then Sancho on the right, or Grealish, one of them two. And I think we need 3 players, and we could not become a title racing squad, but we could play a lot better than we are now, I think, for sure.
I realistically think you might need a better out-and-out striker.
Yeah, that's true as well, to be fair. Martial, he is good, but then he doesn't really have a good run.
To sit on the wing.
But then you put Rashford up front, and it never really... I think Rashford's better cutting in from the left. He always seems to score more and produce more chances on the left. Like I remember they put him in up the top once, like a couple of times. It just didn't work.
Because who else have you got? You've got Greenwood.
He's up and coming. That's the thing. We've got the youngest squad in the Premier League. We found out the other day, wasn't it? So we've got all these up and coming players that just need a bit more time and a bit more experience. But then you look at Solskjaer as well. He's not really playing the younger players like he should be. Like even when we were in the Europa League, he wasn't playing all of the younger players. Like I haven't seen Gomez play since pre-season. Chong I've seen once, and Gomez looked amazing. Chong I've seen once. Got Greenwood, he's played a couple of times starting against the smaller teams in the Premier League, and every time he scored or he's created some sort of chance, but they always bring him on too late. They're bringing him on 80th minute.
I think Rashford is still playing game in, game out because of his the start he had. Because obviously he scored in each debut that he had.
Yeah.
And I think they're expecting him to do still more. They put him in way too early.
I don't even think it's that, Benny. I think it's just we don't have much other choice yet.
Yeah, true.
We don't have much. Who would you play left wing? I'd play Martial left, but then who would you play up front? Greenwood?
You need an out-and-out striker. If
you
look at Man United's past, with Van Persie, Van Nistelrooy, Rooney when he was an out-and-out striker,
You look at those big names.
You have to choose Ighalo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me
He's
wrong, I like
Igalo,
Igalo, and he scored for us. I think he scored every game he started or came on or something, wasn't it? He scored every game he's played, I think, or something like that. But he's getting on.
He doesn't meet that class, that level of United.
And he doesn't fit into what United are trying to do. Like, United are trying to build those young players up and eventually get to a good spot, but Igalo's too old. He does
a job. It'll bag the goal that you need.
Yeah.
He's not what you want, ideally.
Someone's commented, no harm in United to try and get Cavani.
On a free.
Cavani and Thiago Silva, they're being released by PSG at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So
I'd take Cavani. United, yeah. If I was United, I'd take Cavani 100%.
Yeah.
He's class. Absolutely class.
I don't know. I think United just need time. They just need time. A couple more good transfers. And then...
another manager.
I don't know. I think Solskjaer's got the right idea in what he wants to do with the club. But he doesn't have the right idea of
backing of the manager.
Yeah, a better backing of the manager and better in-game decisions, I think, from Ollie. Because the subs are at the wrong times. Always. Yeah. And he's playing... There's one game he played like Pereira CDM or something, and he played Fernandez CDM on his second game. I was like, what are you doing? Fernandez, you've just bought him to create chances and you're playing him in a defensive role. Yeah, I wasn't happy with that. So it's better decision making, better backing, and time. I think that's all United need.
Got a comment here. United have wasted too much money on big names for them to flop. Look at likes of Falcao, Di Maria, Sanchez. Would Cavani flop United like the rest?
Yeah,
that's another thing.
It is difficult though, because when you look at some of those players, I remember when I used to watch Sanchez at Arsenal, I thought he was incredible. He had such a good work ethic, and when they bought him, I was like, great signing, and he just didn't do it. So same with Di Maria, like no one saw him as a bad player.
He was a good player, just not for that team.
Just didn't do it. So
same with like Depay.
Yeah, like they are. It's really difficult because they are good players on paper. It just hasn't
worked for them.
Materialised.
We've just been unlucky, I think, with every big player we've signed. It just hasn't really worked. So I don't know. It's a hard one. So Aaron, what's your prediction?
Overall, like I said, I reckon they've both got leaky defences and goalkeepers at times. So I reckon 3-2 United.
3-2 United. Benny, what was yours?
I can't remember.
What are you saying?
I'll say United 2-1.
Okay, I'm going to go 1-0, like I said. Cookie?
I'll go 1-0 United as well.
Yeah. Just had another comment come through. As an Arsenal fan, Sanchez carried us the previous season. He was incredible, and it's a shame to see what has happened to him.
Yeah, that's like I said. I remember seeing him at Arsenal. Such a good player.
Him and Ozil linking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can always bring him
really
back. There was a rumour going around that we were going to bring Sanchez back off loan. So that's another midfield option. So
I'm not sure. I don't think he'd want to.
No, I don't either.
I think the ship's already sailed for him at United.
It is weird because especially with Sanchez, like he did it in the Prem. It's not like he came from abroad.
Yeah.
He did it with Arsenal. So like I said, he did have a really good work ethic. It's not like attitude was a problem whilst he was at Arsenal, and I don't know the reason why it hasn't worked out at United, because I always did see him as a very good player. But
he was a very good player.
Yeah. Right, let's go on to the next game, which is Leicester and Watford.
I'll be surprised if we disagree here.
Yeah. Should we all say it at once what we think who the winner's going to be?
It's going to be Leicester.
Leicester.
It's got to be Leicester, surely. Right, guys in the chat, I want to see your predictions as well, not just ours.
I can't talk from Liverpool standpoint, so we did get done over by them 3-0. So, I mean...
Yeah, Watford on their day.
Watford on their day are good.
As it's been proven.
Watford, when you underestimate them as a team, which we obviously did.
Yeah,
they can come back and bite you in the arse.
I'm still going for Leicester in that one.
Oh yeah, I'm still going for Leicester 100%, but an upset can happen.
Yeah.
I don't think Watford are going down either. I think they are strong enough.
Watford will stay. Yeah.
Claws.
It depends who's going to start up front as well, though, because Deeney was refusing, wasn't he?
Yeah, he didn't want to play.
He didn't want to play.
I know a lot of the Watford fan base do not like Andre Gray.
Yeah, and then their other option is Danny Welbeck.
Yeah, so it is difficult. Saar
Dave-
is looking like a good player for them, isn't he?
He's more of
Yeah.
a winger, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a winger. Yeah,
They've got a lot of wingers, like Delafeu,
yeah,
Success,
yeah.
Saar.
They need.
They're all like left
Shame
wing,
about
left wing,
Deeney.
right wing. I'm not sure because I did just see that he is back training, so they might be able to change his mind. But I think it will be touch and go up to the last bit.
Well, I've had a comment come in. I think Maddison is a better all-round player than Grealish and should be higher up on the big club shopping lists. What's your opinions on that?
Benny's face.
I
I agree to a certain extent, and I think that he's more consistent than what Grealish is.
Like, if United were to go for Grealish or Maddison, I think I'd rather Maddison.
Yeah, I think on their day they're both pretty much equal, but again, I think Maddison does do it more on the regular.
Yeah.
But yeah, difficult to say. Both.
But then Grealish might not have the players around him.
But yeah, I was going to say,
shine.
but then Maddison has sort of a better team around him to be able to shine.
A much better team, doesn't he, Benny? Much better team.
Yeah.
I just think Grealish is slightly more versatile as well. You could play him behind the striker or out wide, whereas Maddison I do see as a natural 10.
Yeah.
Someone's coming with, I think Maddison and Grealish are even in ability.
Yeah, they are even in ability, but the consistency and like the teams around them, like I'd then give the edge to Maddison. But,
Okay, so the Euros, they were obviously meant to be starting now. Who would you rather have in the England squad? Because we're all going to be supporting England. Who would you rather have, Grealish or Maddison?
Grealish.
I think Maddison.
Grealish.
Because I think that our wing, like we would have played Sancho most likely on one side and Sterling on the other, which screams for a natural 10. And I think Maddison is more of a 10 to play behind Kane, or presuming he's fit, behind the striker. So I probably would have taken Maddison. I would have liked to have taken both. That was an option.
Someone's put Maddison is definitely easier on the eye. Grealish is more grit and grind.
Yeah,
he is a grinder, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's a Villa fan.
Player.
Is he a Villa fan, Grealish?
Yeah,
he's
he
Villa
grew up a Villa
through.
fan. Yeah, he came through the youth system. He's been on loan one season, and apart from that, he's played for Villa.
I've got another comment just come through as well. If Watford go down, Delafeu has to come back up.
I agree with that. He's a class player.
Yeah.
He's just the only thing that Delafeu lacks is consistency, and that's why he's at a team like Watford. Like I can relate to Watford fans being a Saints fan, is that as soon as a player like that becomes consistent, they'll move. Look at Mane; he became consistent, and look at him now. So he definitely agreed he has to come back up, but I can't see him signing for a big team because he does lack that consistency.
I think he's a relegation fighter, like player.
Yeah, well, mid-table I could see.
Mid-table to bottom.
Yeah. He's a handy player for any.
He's not a championship player.
No. If you look at the teams that are like just above 10 now, so Burnley, Arsenal, Tottenham, Sheffield, Wolves, would he fit in any of those teams?
Burnley, maybe.
Yeah, potentially.
But not. Yeah.
But then underneath is like Crystal Palace, Everton, Newcastle. I could see him fitting into all those teams.
Yeah, well,
maybe not Newcastle because of St. Maximin, but
okay. So, what's your predictions, Azza?
I'm going to say a 3-0 or 3-1 to Leicester.
Okay, Benny.
I'm going to go 2 or 3-0 to Leicester.
I'm going 3-0 Leicester.
I'll go 3-1 as well. I think Watford will score, but Leicester win 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's decided. That's that one done. So on to the next game, which is... It's going to be an interesting talking point. Brighton and Arsenal. Opinions?
I need to check. Brighton are right near us, aren't they? Are they one below us?
Yeah. They're on 27, aren't they? No,
so they're not
29.
They're not really safe, are they? 5 points behind.
I could see a draw. Don't know why.
I think Arsenal might just have the edge, but again, you never can really tell with Arsenal, can you?
Well, bearing in mind by this point, Arsenal have already played a game. and Brighton haven't.
That's true.
Arsenal have already played
on the
Sheffield,
Wednesday.
and now they're back to Brighton. So this is Brighton's first game after the break, but Arsenal have already had one.
Yeah,
So
I
maybe
think
Arsenal will nick it then.
I think
I
Arsenal.
reckon Arsenal will have it.
It
Yeah.
depends. I think it depends what the result is against City. If they get absolutely like bodied by City,
True.
it's like a 5-6-0. They'll be awful, and like their morale will be completely down.
Yeah, true.
And then that way, I could see Brighton jumping on that.
Yeah.
So I think it will depend. Also, they could be quite tired. They got 2 days.
That's true. They might have to rotate.
Between
Quick
their game.
turnaround. Yeah.
No, I think
Depends
that's
what
going to be
they do.
that's going to be I think that'll be the most interesting game to see early on, to see how Arsenal.
Well, as well, we've not really mentioned about the 5 subs.
Yeah, we haven't. That will play a big factor in these games being
Yeah.
so close together.
Yeah.
It will be better for the bigger teams.
Mhm.
Definitely. Like, look at City.
Yeah.
The options they have off the
City could
bench.
have, they could have
Even Liverpool.
Mahrez. Yeah.
Especially,
They could have,
what is there any update on Sane? Obviously, he's been out for a while, but he
for a long
must
time.
be
hasn't
coming back soonish. And imagine bringing him off the bench.
Yeah.
Incredible.
You could play a whole new. You could do one half with a
Yeah,
like the top 5, and then change it in the second half and have a completely different, just as good attack.
yeah.
Catch the other team off guard. They just get used to one attacking, and then all of a sudden it changes.
Yeah.
It also depends on how Aubameyang's playing. Obviously, there's loads of rumours that he wants to go and this, that, and the other. So
Got here.
Cool.
Brighton 4 draws and 2 losses in previous 6. Big danger of relegation, I think.
Yeah. Well, they're not safe. They're definitely not safe. There's a little bit of a gap between us and them. I think we'll be all right, but they're definitely well in it.
Mm.
And yeah, they'll need a few early results.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do they? What are their fixtures like as well? Do they play big teams or?
I'm not sure about their fixtures.
They do. They do. It's Arsenal, Leicester, United, Norwich, Liverpool, and City.
That's difficult.
That's a difficult
well
one,
in
isn't
it.
it?
That's screaming
Relegation.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I got another comment.
think
Arsenal don't have the biggest squad depth for 5 subs. We only have youngsters on the bench.
Yeah,
True.
I agree with that. But also, I think a lot of their youngsters are
The youngsters,
bright
They're
players.
very good.
Mm.
yeah, Martinelli's fucking quality. I rate him so highly.
Hopefully, it'd be good for a few of them to get a decent chance because I like the look of some of their youngsters.
They've definitely got some of the most promising looking youngsters about.
Yeah,
Saka, Martinelli,
Yeah.
Nketiah.
yeah.
I'd take any of them at Villa now.
Yeah. Yeah, so, right, final prediction, Hazza.
I'm going to say Arsenal 2-0.
Benny?
I'm going to go with a draw.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was originally thinking that, but then I remembered Arsenal have already played a game, so I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal as well.
Yeah.
I'm only banking on the fact about the squad rotation. Brighton will be in high spirits because they've not had a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arsenal could get battered by City.
Dad, please
So,
stop singing the Liverpool Never Walk Alone.
Big up,
Christ.
Alex.
No, let's not big up Alex. Right.
Big confidence in the house.
Yes, there is. Right. Next game. Oh, this is an interesting one as well.
West Ham Wolves.
Wolves and West Ham.
I think that's got Wolves written all over it.
I think Wolves are a very good team.
Yeah, I
I
really
think-
rate Wolves. I'm scared of
Yeah.
Wolves as well.
They
Wolves
are,
are dangerous.
you never want to play against them, whether it's home or
What
away.
are you doing?
They obviously got their quick players on the counter, Jimenez up front that can finish. So I think that would be a Wolves win, and I would, like we said, I'd really like West Ham to go down.
Someone has said
Yeah, I want West Ham to go down.
Aubameyang wants out of Arsenal. Could he be a potential for United?
I'd take him.
I can imagine if he wants to go, he probably he might want to go back abroad. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that as well. he's not. I don't think he's done as well in the Prem as he thought he would.
No, I don't think he'd want to stay in the Prem.
Is that due to the fact that he's at Arsenal, or is that just due to the fact that he doesn't suit the Premier League?
I don't know. I think he could suit the Premier League. I think he's strong. He's quick. He does score goals.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one.
I don't know whether he'd fit into Arsenal. Whether he'd fit into United. Sorry,
I think he plays better as a. Does he play better as a lone striker, or as a two-man?
Him and Laka do link up quite often.
Yeah,
but from the United thing, it's more of a. They want a one-man striker.
Yeah, we kind of need a one-man. Yeah.
I don't think he's a out-and-out striker.
No, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I'd take anything up front, to be honest. We've got nothing. We've got Igalo, and he's like 40. So I'd take anything up front.
I don't think you'd take Wesley.
Got another comment. Golden boot in a terrible Arsenal squad, mainly playing on the right side. He could tear it up with a great team behind him. That's a good point.
I think if you threw money at Aubameyang, he could go to another English team.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. He does have he's got everything, and he's obviously so quick, which is a big aspect.
Yeah.
In England, I think he'll always score goals wherever he goes.
Yeah.
For sure.
My comment said, if West Ham go down, Anderson is another that has to come back up. I think he has potential to be one of the most creative players in the league.
Well, who was it? Sorry,
Anderson. Felipe Anderson.
I think he's can be quite inconsistent, and that's why he's at a team like West Ham. If West Ham go down, I think he's definitely one of the players that should come back up. He's got that quality. He's not a championship player.
No,
but I think similar bracket to DLFA. I don't know whether I can see him at
a big team.
At a big team. I remember at the end of it might have been the end of last season. There was talk about him moving on to a bigger team, but he hasn't, set the world alight for West Ham this season.
No.
So I don't know. A big team might take a punt on him as a squad player, but I could see him as a good mid-level Prem player. He just lacks a bit of consistency, I think.
Yeah.
I think with the squad West Ham have, they should be a lot higher than they are.
And they spend money as well.
Yeah,
they do,
because they've got the likes of Cresswell, Ogbonna, Anderson, Lanzini, Nobel, Wilshire. They've just got players that. And
Haller as well.
Haller
started off. I don't know if he might have tailed off. Did he tail off a bit? I can't really remember. But he definitely.
Declan Rice, Yarmolenko.
Yeah.
I don't like watching West Ham.
I don't know. With the players, it's like if you think of those players, you'd think middle of the table, not fighting for relegated. So I agree with that.
I've always rated Fabianski as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
always. Yeah. Even from when he was in the with Swansea when they went down, he was one of their key shining players.
Yeah.
And I would have happily taken him at Villa or anything at that point. I still would, I think.
With better players around him, I think Anderson would excel.
Yeah, I think that is possible.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see him in a good team with good players around him, because I was at Southampton, West Ham. I want to say last season, but it could have been the beginning of this season. I can't remember. And he did tear us a new one at St Mary's on his own. He's a player that, on his day, has got the quality to do it. So it'd definitely be interesting to see him in a team
with top quality players around him.
Just whether to take a punt.
What was this? I heard transfer news. Benny was talking about earlier about, was it Traore going to Liverpool?
Traore and Jimenez, apparently 110 million for both of them to Liverpool.
Which Traore?
Adama.
They want a double Wolves swap. Jimenez and Traore.
110 million to who? Liverpool, did you say?
Yeah.
And a swap.
That was a headline on. No, just a buy.
If you were Wolves, would you let go of Jimenez and Traore?
No.
I can't see that. I cannot see that happening.
I can't see them going either because they're not going to. They're good players. Don't get me wrong, but they're not. They wouldn't get in that team.
They wouldn't get in game in, game out of Liverpool.
Adama would be more of an impact sub when your teams are tired. He'd just come on and just.
But I don't think they want to do that now because I reckon he's been through that stage, hasn't he, where he's been brought on and he's sort of got his.
Now he's at that level where he should be playing week in, week out all games because he's quality. He is quality.
Yeah, people recognise him now as a very good Premier League winger. So I can't see him wanting to sit on the bench. But I guess you never know if clubs nowadays chuck money at players, things can change.
Money talks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Money does talk.
It would be a shame for him to sit on the bench at a big club.
I think he deserves to go to a club that's going to play him week in, week out, and where he can excel.
Yeah.
I don't think Liverpool's the club for him.
No, but I think Wolves is a very good.
I wish he stayed at Villa.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I reckon he should stay.
Yeah, I do as well.
Someone's put Coutinho return to Liverpool on loan is being rumoured.
I don't think Klopp will have him back.
Nah.
No.
Klopp,
I don't think
Klopp is one for loyalty, and Coutinho obviously didn't have any of that. So I don't reckon he'll have him back.
Would you take him back anyway? Like, has he? What is he done?
I don't think we need him.
I don't think you need him.
Who would he take out the current squad?
No one. He wouldn't start.
Mane.
I can't see him start. No chance.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. That's who he would replace, but you wouldn't replace him, would you?
You wouldn't replace him, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he's done a lot recently, has he? Like,
no.
I think did he score or get an assist? Yesterday, was it yesterday they played Bayern Munich?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, but he definitely didn't start. I know that.
Someone put Coutinho to Arsenal is rumoured every day. Doubt that will happen, though. No, I can't see that.
Newcastle as well.
Now you've got the dollar. Coutinho.
Well, they haven't
even got the dollar
not yet.
This is the thing. There's so many rumours about Newcastle going around, and they haven't actually got the takeover yet. And it's all up in the air about these illegal streaming and TV rights that it might be blocked or whatever. So I think before Newcastle fans get excited, it needs to be approved first.
Yeah. Okay, so predictions then for Wolves West Ham.
I'm going to go with another 3-0 Wolves.
Okay, Benny?
2-0 Wolves.
I'm going to go 2-1 Wolves.
I'm going to agree with Aaron again. 3-0 Wolves.
Okay. Right. Next game is Bournemouth and Crystal Palace.
That's not written all over it.
That might be a game that I don't watch.
Yeah, I agree.
That might be the most boring game. I reckon a 0-0.
Boring written all over it.
Remember, guys, put your predictions in the chat as well. It'll be interesting to see what you guys are going to think about what the scores are going to be. So, let's talk about Bournemouth's form.
Crystal Palace won their last 3.
Yeah, they fucking beat United earlier.
It is only... We've only been 1-0. And it's Newcastle, Brighton and Watford. So, Bournemouth beatable for them?
Bournemouth are beatable for them. Like, I think Hodgson's done really well at Palace.
If you asked me this last season, I would have said Bournemouth to win, I think. Because Bournemouth actually had a good form last season. And Palace not so much. But this season, yeah, like you said, Aaron, with Hodgson, whatever his name is, he's doing bits for Palace. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a Palace win.
A very low-scoring game, and either a draw or a 1-0.
I think it's going to be a 1-0 Palace.
It's going to be a 0-0 or either team could nick it in the final minutes.
Yeah.
It's going to be 0-0 or 1.
I'm going to go 1.
I'm still going to watch it because it's football, but like I reckon it's going to be a bit of a boring game.
Yeah.
God, I don't know about that. No, maybe. It's the local team as well, I suppose, Bournemouth, isn't it?
That's better to do.
True.
Who would you like? Neither of them have like very good strikers either, do they? None of them are really goal scorers.
Yeah, Wilson. I like
You got
Wilson.
Wilson, but
King.
Yeah,
Wilson.
they haven't been scoring, have they?
No.
it's true. Someone's
Yeah.
put 1-1.
And then-
Bournemouth take a late goal to tie it up.
Or did I said 1-0, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, I could see that.
They're good on the
Maybe-
counter, Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Maybe Dominic Solanke will surprise people and get his first ever goal.
Nah, mate, it's gonna be Nathan Ake from a corner.
Yeah, I could see
I
that.
always back Ryan Fraser to score. I think he's a good
Against his
player.
old club.
Yeah, I like Fraser.
No, it's not his old club, is it? Ignore that. He didn't play for Crystal Palace.
Okay, so we move swiftly on from this game because this game's
Yeah,
boring.
that was a bit of a boring one.
Yeah, I don't really like that one. Okay, let's get rid of that. And the next game is Newcastle United versus Sheffield United. What are we saying?
Sheffield. Sheffield would have already played. This would be their second game again. Because they'll have played us on the first day, wouldn't they? So,
Very interesting comment just come in the chat, actually. Nuno gets a lot of credit for his job at Wolves, yet Sean Dyche and Roy, his name, had a... I'm not saying it again. Have had a fraction of the budget and aren't that far off Wolves. Underrated
Very
managers.
true.
It is true.
Yeah,
Nuno is a good manager. They do get a lot of money to spend, and obviously they've got the ties with the agent to get in the, your Portuguese and Spanish stars. Like,
number two.
Like I said, I rate Hodgson what he's done at Palace because they were in dire sort of situation, and he's sort of
They were the bottom of the club, bottom of the club, bottom of the league.
Yeah.
he's sort of rescued them. So I rate what he's done.
No,
He
yeah, I
was
agree with
rumoured
that.
for the
I
Arsenal
think
club at one point, wasn't he?
Burnley have
Before...
got the- Sorry, Benny.
No, it's all right. He was rumoured for the Arsenal job before...
Arteta.
No, before him as well.
Emery.
Yeah, that one.
What are you saying, Cookie?
I was going to say, I'm pretty certain Burnley are the least. What's the opposite to least rich? Poorest.
Poorest.
Poorest club in the Prem. So
Yeah, Burnley at 10th.
yeah, I think Dyche is someone that is just consistent every year.
Was it? We were
They
saying
had that
earlier, Burnley are a
season where
point
they
behind
got,
Arsenal.
I
Yeah.
just heard voices then.
Yeah.
Burnley
They
are
had
1
that
point.
season where they
Go
got
on. Go on.
Europa, didn't they? They got Europa qualifiers.
Yeah,
And then since then, they've just not been great.
yeah. Well, they just don't have the money.
True.
It'd be interesting to see Dyche at another club. Where you could spend a bit. I'd like to see.
I'd like to see the
Yeah,
players he's buy.
he's definitely a good manager, and you can't beat a Sean Dyche post-match interview because he's just honest and he just
Yeah.
He's just mental.
gotta love it. But yeah, with this match, I don't know. It's a very difficult one because Sheffield, like I said earlier, like defensively they're like so good, like somehow. So yeah, again, it's got the potential to be another sort of low goal scoring game.
But then again, like I mentioned earlier, Sheffield would have already played by this point, and this would be Newcastle's first game.
That can go either way, though, can't it?
I suppose, but Sheffield have had a run around, but then they've already played. I suppose they might be a bit more tired than Newcastle might be. It's hard, isn't it?
And they have a longer wait than like Arsenal do, as well. They
Yeah.
have
An extra day, I think, isn't it?
I'm looking at Newcastle's fixtures, not Sheffield's fixtures. I'm sorry. They have. Well, they play on their fourth day,
Yeah.
so they have 3 days recovery, which, a lot of Sheffield players have signed new deals as well,
Yeah, I saw that.
like McGoldrick, Sharp, Norwood.
Shout out Billy Sharp as well.
I like the fact we've got Henderson just in the background ready to replace De Gea, hopefully.
Yeah,
Because I rate Henderson. Do you know? I think I'd rather have Henderson now at this moment than De Gea.
If
That's
Sheffield,
a bold call.
Well, I don't know. Like I do really, really rate De Gea. I do really rate De Gea. Don't get me wrong, but the way I've seen Dean Henderson play at Sheffield.
Oh yeah, I'm not taking anything away from Dean Henderson. He's quality, but yeah, that was a big statement you just made.
Oh well.
I'd take Henderson as the England #1 keeper at the moment.
I think I would as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I can agree on that.
What was it you were saying earlier, Aaron, about Nick Pope and the Golden Glove?
Yeah, I saw that. Apparently, he's challenging for Golden Glove. I think he's leading the table for most clean sheets this season.
He's the only one that I'd potentially pick above Henderson for England keeper, but
then would you say Burnley's defence is stronger than Sheffield's, or on paper? So
Sheffield have proven their defence is strong, very strong.
But on paper, would you say the Burnley defence or the Sheffield defence?
So this is a difficult one. On paper, I'd say maybe Burnley edge it, but in reality, I don't know. Sheffield seem to somehow just keep goals out.
But is that down to Henderson? If they had a different
Just gonna run
keeper,
to the toilet, guys.
would it be different?
Well, yeah, obviously, if they had the likes of, I don't know, carriers, it might be different. But yeah, no, it's an interesting one.
he would surely cost a lot, Henderson.
If Sheffield don't make Henderson their #1 transfer priority, something's wrong.
Young English, he'll be inflated.
Yeah.
He could cost a lot of money.
But at the moment, United, they don't need him, do they? They don't want him. They've got De Gea, Romelu, him. So I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't really know where he'd go. Maybe I'm not convinced by Kepa at Chelsea, really.
No, I'm not. I think because of Lampard and his love for young English talents.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I was going to say I could see that as a potential. Again, City are sorted with Edison. Arsenal.
Leno's doing good, isn't he?
I rate Leno.
But again, Arsenal would not pay the money. Do you know what I mean?
What about? I was going to say Leicester, but Schmeichel.
Yeah, Schmeichel's good enough, really.
It's Leicester.
I'd say Chelsea's a shout.
Yeah, I see Chelsea as a shout. Just whether they've got the money. They are rich, obviously, but they're already bringing in names. You know what I mean?
If the Newcastle takeover goes through, I could see him at Newcastle.
I don't know. The takeovers take time. Like, it's not like the City squad was built overnight. Like, if you look at their first, their lineup, the first season after the takeover, it wasn't absolutely packed, full of expensive buys. Things like this take time because you have to build up your reputation. People aren't just gonna
financial fair play and all that. You can't spend.
Yeah,
replace an aging Hugo as in Lloris. That's not a bad shout.
I was just looking at Spurs.
Yeah. Again, though, especially if Poch was there, because Poch and young players is such a good combination. Whether it's a goalkeeper or not, I don't know whether that makes a difference. But I could definitely have seen that as an option for him.
Mourinho doesn't have the savvy though to sort of think of a good replacement for Lloris, though. Surely.
Yeah.
I've seen Lloris make a lot more mistakes as of recent than what he ever has done.
Yeah, I have as well. And I said it about Ings' goal earlier against Spurs. I remember that as an absolute blunder. So
yeah.
How old is
what Lloris?
33.
Yeah, see, he's still got a few years, but like you say, Aaron, he has.
He's not young. He's not old.
I am back.
We were just talking about Dean Henderson transfer.
Yeah, to replace Lloris, I can see in the chat.
Yeah, Lloris. We talked about Chelsea as well.
Yeah.
Because Kepa's not been amazing, has he?
No, he hasn't been fully convincing, but again, he's still young.
I'm still playing Caballero for a while, weren't they?
That was after his argument with Sarri, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was
which
crazy,
is a very funny thing to watch on YouTube if you
Yeah.
No,
bored.
I'm not coming off. No.
How does a keeper get cramp anyway?
So should we do our final predictions for Newcastle Sheffield then?
Yeah.
Azza?
Depending on whether Newcastle turn up or not, I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Newcastle.
Okay.
Controversial.
That is controversial. Benny?
I'm going to go 2-2.
I'm going to go a 1-0 to Sheffield.
Tough one to call, I think, but I'm going to go 1-1-0. I think whenever Saint Maxime is in the picture, I think it just terrifies me, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm scarred after his performance at St Mary's. He absolutely tore us. He's so quick, and So yeah, 1-0 I'll go.
Okay, right, on to the next game. Benny, this one's for you. Villa Chelsea.
He's trying to reason in his head how Villa might do it.
He's trying to think of a way, isn't he?
There's no way. It's their first game. There's no way.
Love the confidence, Benny. Love it.
What's
No
happening
confidence.
about the transfers as well? When are they allowed to
Play,
Do
yeah,
they-
because they got Werner, haven't they?
Werner and Ziyech as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very good player.
He's coming in.
Are they allowed to play straight away, though?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything that says they are allowed to.
They got their thing cut, didn't they? Because it was a 2 transfer
Yeah, they got that. They got that reduced.
1.
Yeah.
But then I could see that with I could see Chilwell going to Leicester. To Leicester? He's at Leicester.
Yeah, they're talking about Chilwell and Havertz from Germany, who's again a very good player from Leverkusen.
Yeah, I think we're looking at Havertz as well, aren't we? United are.
Yeah, it's just whether they need someone like that because I don't know for sure, but I think Havertz plays behind the striker mainly.
Yeah. I think.
And obviously Ziyech is a number 10. Mason Mount, I rate number 10.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Gilmore.
Billy Gilmore, I rate him highly.
Mm.
I can't remember who they're playing, but he tore it up. I can't remember what team they played.
I'd go out and say he's the best up and coming young player.
Yeah,
Well, he's definitely up there.
In the chat, 2-0 to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Villa only proven source of goals is Grealish. Chelsea has scoring options across board.
Yeah, I can
agree with
see
that.
2 or 3-0, I reckon.
Yeah.
It depends who they play. To be honest, I think with Chelsea.
Benny, you're still trying to claw an excuse here, aren't you? To find a way for Villa to win.
Oh, no. Because they've got Abraham. He's one of the scorers at the moment.
Yeah.
He also knows a lot about Villa because he spent last season there.
Yeah.
They've got
Mount.
Mount, yeah. I'd like to see more Pulisic.
Yeah, I would as well.
I think
Very
they've
highly
moved
rated.
due to just media, really. I don't think they were ever going to use him, and I think that's quite. I don't know. I think he's quite a talented player.
Yeah.
What do you reckon's going to happen? What do you
Sorry,
reckon's going to happen with
With who?
Because I don't know. I personally don't think he's played enough because I think he's quality. I know he's
class.
I don't think he's played enough. He's like they bring him off the bench, don't they? And it's just I don't know. I think he deserves more game time, so I think he needs to go.
I think I can see him going somewhere abroad to like a second or third in the league, in another league. So maybe initially like a Milan type team, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Inter Milan, they're in for a lot of players come from the Prem at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. I agree though, Aaron. He
maybe-
needs more time because I think he's class.
We've had Villa very shaky at set pieces. Giroud could get goals, which I agree with.
Yeah.
If he's there on the pitch, he's gonna knock a couple in.
He's always a threat,
Yeah.
Giroud.
Towering presence.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to agree with JDB. I think with the 2-0 Chelsea.
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3. I can't see Villa putting a goal past them.
We'll get one.
I don't know. I can't see it.
As a bit of bias as well, I'd like to see Tino Andrin start playing a bit more as well. He's one of the youth players at Chelsea. I went to school with his brother. He's a class little talent. I think he can develop quite well on the Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
It's just difficult for these young. I think this is why the English national team has never been, as successful as some of the others. Is just players struggle to get the chance.
Yeah.
And I rate Sancho going abroad, to Dortmund looking for the chance, and obviously there he's had a very good season. So I just hope that these young English players coming through.
Well, there's quite a few going to the Bundesliga at the moment, isn't there? There's Lookman, the one that's playing at Schalke at the moment on loan from West Ham.
John Joe Kenny.
Yeah. And then there's the likes of Ampadu from Chelsea, who's on loan.
Yeah. I hope more players do that, because otherwise our national team is never going to reach the standards. Like if you look at the Bundesliga and the makeup of their players, the majority of them are German, coming from the academy. Whereas if you look in the Premier League, look at City, how many English players have they got? They've got Foden, who's on the edge, but is Pep gonna give him the chance? With the other players that they've got.
Yeah.
I think England have always been very consistent with the squad they've picked. They've never really taken a chance on taking someone young or taking someone.
Yeah, but I think that comes from the Premier League managers as well. That they've got to have the chance in the league to prove themselves for the national manager to then choose them.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, my score prediction for this game, I'm going to go with 3-0 Chelsea.
Benny?
I'm going to do a repeat of the game before and go 2-1 Chelsea.
Can't see it. I can't see it.
I'm
going 2-0.
I'll go 3-0, I think.
Yeah, I can't see a goal going past Chelsea from Villa. If they lock Grealish down, then you're done, pretty much.
I mean, Grealish could nick one, but it's really only relying on Grealish.
Yeah, I'd hate to be in that situation.
I mean,
we're not far off, but just to rely on one player.
Go on, Benny. What are you going to say?
I don't think we do just rely on Grealish.
I think it's just from the outside, because you watch them and support them, other strengths of your team.
Yeah.
But like people probably think we rely on Ings, which, I wouldn't disagree with anyone saying that he's probably our most valuable player to have in our starting lineup. But I know we have other threats from elsewhere, and that's probably the same with you, Ben. As you can score goals from other areas of the pitch. It's just from the outside. It's in the media they just focus on the one person.
If you look at the stats of say the Villa players, and I'm sure with the Southampton players, Jack Grealish, he gets a goal every 294 minutes. But Conor Hura.
Yeah, but it's not all about goals, is it? It's about his
chances
play in
created,
how
like that.
Creates. Take Grealish out of your team. Say he wasn't in the team this season. Say he was injured. Where would you be? Would you still be within a chance of not being relegated, or would you be down?
Well, we're still in a chance of relegation with him, so I don't think much would change.
That's what I mean. Would you have even less of a chance if he wasn't in the team the whole season? I think 100% yes.
So do I.
I don't think so, because we got I was gonna say we got the likes of these people, but then just couldn't think of anyone.
That just shows it, then, doesn't it?
So Grealish has scored 9 goals and got 8 assists.
That's good stats.
Our next top scoring player has got 7 goals.
Who's that?
Conor Hurahan. and he's got 2 assists, and then the one under that is El Ghazi, who's got 6 goals and 7 assists.
Yeah, so it is quite spread out, but
I don't think Villa are going to go down.
9 goals and 8 assists is big for a team of that sort of level.
Yeah. Okay, right. Let's leave that one there before Benny digs himself.
How many more have we got?
We've got one more. It's our last prediction, and this is the derby. Everton-Liverpool. That's the last game of this week upcoming. So that's next Sunday, week today.
Go on, Aaron.
I want to hear Aaron's opinions.
I can't see anything other than a trouncing, if I'm being honest with you. I know that's a bold statement. Bearing in mind it's a derby.
Because what was the last score? Was it like 5-2 or something? Was it 5-2 Liverpool won or something?
Wasn't it 5? It was 5 something.
I can't remember what it was. It was something like that.
Was it 5-3? It got close at one point, didn't it?
I can't remember. Because there's news about them not playing it at Goodison Park either, is it?
No, that's been confirmed again now.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Is that where you can win the league?
No.
Isn't it if City lose and you win?
That's your
You win
I don't
the league.
think we can. I think it's if City lose the next 2 and we win our next 2, so we could potentially win at Palace, but City aren't going to lose the next 2. So. But yeah, no, I quality's going to shine through, and I can't see us being troubled that much, if I'm being quite honest with you.
Someone's commented 3-0 Liverpool up the Reds. Dad, what's your opinion as a Liverpool fan?
5-2.
Liverpool-Everton prediction. No, Liverpool-Everton prediction.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool from Dad. Love the Liverpool fan.
2-1. I don't know about that.
I think I'll agree with the comment from the chat.
Yeah.
3-0.
I'm going to go 4-0.
I think Everton will get 1.
I'm going to go 3-1.
I'm going to agree with you. 3-1.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not really much said on that game because I think it's going to be a certain that Liverpool are going to win it. As much as I hate to admit it.
They're just too strong this year.
They are. They're just ridiculous. Someone's got, why is Shaqiri wearing a United shirt, bottom left? Right, I tell you what, right? I've had this before. Someone told me, was it you before, Aaron?
Yeah, I said it.
Aaron said I look like Shaqiri before.
Oh, right.
That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant.
Why? That's 2 people that said it.
I rate that entirely.
Okay, so
that's
that's
as well, aren't you?
That was off your
probably.
account.
Yeah, I think that might have been your dad, Cookie.
Cookie, your dad's
It's Ed J.
That's
Cook.
class.
Yeah, that'd be your dad.
That is absolutely class.
Well, thanks, Ed's dad.
Fair play, Dad. That's made us chuckle that.
So,
Wijnaldum is one of the most underrated players in the league. I agree.
Who is?
Wijnaldum.
Yeah.
He's
agree.
class.
he is good. But then, could you name one bad Liverpool player right now?
Carriers.
I would say the only position that I could probably pick would be a centre-back to partner Van Dijk. I think that's... I wouldn't say it's compulsory, but I would say, like, if I could pick one position, it would have...
I agree. Although, if you look at our defence prior to Van Dijk and look at our defence now, anyone that we partner up with Van Dijk, be it Gomez or Lovren, they play with confidence because they know they've got Van Dijk there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like they've improved when Van Dijk is there. So I think stick anyone next to him and it's all right. But yes, I agree. Like if we get another world class,
same caliber as Van Dijk, Koulibaly.
Yeah.
I don't think Liverpool would concede.
We could get a De Ligt and have a fucking Netherlands partnership at the back. Like,
Oh no, please don't do that. It's hard enough to get
Missed that
past you now.
opportunity.
I know we did.
It's hard enough to get past you now, so I
How
don't want it again.
Actually conceded this. How many goals have you actually conceded? 21.
Yeah.
Conceded 21, scored 66.
Arnold's looking to break his record as well for assists again this season.
That's another
He's
class player.
unreal.
That's another world class.
World class, absolutely world class.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I mean, I think he still needs.
Corner
The only thing he has to work. The only thing he
Sorry.
has to really work on more, if anything, is like. Then I feel like he tries to run out the pitch too much sometimes and focus a bit more on
I don't
defending.
think he'll last as a right back
No.
his whole career. I can see him transitioning. He's too
He's good
good on the ball.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
A
mean?
right mid, you're thinking.
Right mid, or maybe even central.
Whenever Van
Although I
Dijk
think
isn't
if-
partnered
I-
with Gomez, Liverpool let in more goals.
It's because of Lovren.
Yeah.
If Gomez isn't,
Self-proclaimed best defender in the world.
incredible.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. Like our best partnership that we have at the minute is Van Dijk Gomez partnership.
Yeah.
But Lovren, I don't know, Lovren Van Dijk. I'm still not. I still don't worry when we've got those two because Van Dijk brings anyone on and like they play with confidence because Van Dijk is there. Like I said, so. But yeah, I completely agree that Gomez Van Dijk is our best partnership.
Is that the only position you change as a centre back?
Yeah.
Like to get a player for, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't think we need more depth. 100%. Like we haven't got the depth that the likes of City have. But I'm completely happy with what we have.
You don't want to change it too much because on paper you would be like, oh, I'll take, I don't know, Henderson out and bring in a bigger name, but you don't want to take someone so
Henderson is
core
a very
out.
underrated.
He's the core of that team.
He is, yeah.
I agree, Aaron. He is underrated. But if you compared him to another name, like you would put him probably below. I'm trying to think of a good example.
But then it's the cohesion, it's the gelling, it's the he is the core of that team.
Yeah. So you don't want to change too much. And really, why have you got a reason to change it after this year? Really, but I agree.
Matip was very good at the start of the season as well. This is very true. I don't know. I think with more game time, Matip has the potential to be class as well. 100%. Yeah. It's like at the start we didn't play Fabinho for the longest time until he was fully ready, and now I think he's class as well.
Because weren't we going for Fabinho, weren't we? Fabinho. Was it United that were going for him and then Liverpool nicked him? I'm pretty sure it was. He's a good player.
I can't remember. But yeah, I rate him.
Alright, so let's do that then. Let's go round and everyone, if you have to pick, we'll say 3 positions and 3 players to fill those positions for each of your clubs. So Aaron's only going to do 1. So Benny, if you pick 3 positions that you'd want changing, and who would you fill it with? Cookie, if you could pick 3 positions and fill it with 3 players, who would you fill it with? Let Benny have a think.
I don't know about actual names of who I'd bring in, but
yeah, that's what I'm struggling with.
Centre back for sure.
Yeah.
We've been rumoured to be selling Vestergaard, who sits on our bench, for 26 million to Leicester, and I don't know whether that's true or not, because to me that is outrageous. He doesn't even start for us, and we bought him for about 13 million, and he's really not that great. So if that is true, then yeah, take him off us. We've had great centre backs in the last, 5-6 years. Van Dijk, obviously, Toby, Alderweireld. Fonte was so good for us, but he got in a strop and left. So we've lacked someone like that since. I'm going to say I think we're going to need a centre mid because I think Højbjerg's going to leave. So we need someone to replace him. Ward-Prowse has started to step up recently, so I'd like to see someone to come in alongside him. I think we missed.
I think he's quality.
Yeah. And I saw something today that he's in talks about signing the contract extension, which would be really good. We miss like a Wanyama presence when he was partnered with Schneiderlin for us. That was class, someone to break up the play. So I'd like to see someone come in there. And then, I could say a winger, but I think Genepo has the potential to come good next year,
Mhm.
and I'd like to see our front three of Redmond, Ings, and Genepo. Maybe a right back
Yeah.
then, because we've got Walker Peters in, but I don't think he's gonna stay. Valerie is a player that I loved last year. I thought he was excellent. He's only a young player, 19, 20 years old. This season, I think he had glandular fever or something along those lines. So he hasn't really played much. It's been Walker Peters. So I think right back, centre back, and a centre mid for me.
Okay. You thought now, Benny?
Yeah. So, 100% a striker.
Yeah.
100%. I don't know what to say about a goalkeeper because it's a thing there, but then we've got.
How many more do you need? You got like 8.
It's true. You've got about 8 keepers.
So, yeah, but how consistent are they?
I don't know. 7 don't get played, do they?
We still felt the need to go and get Rayner when Heaton got injured. I'd have played Nyland, 100%.
I was going to say I rate Nolan. From what I've seen of him, I think he's
Nyland
class.
I rate. So probably not a keeper, but I think I'd take a right back because we've got Gilbert at the moment. He's good, but a lot of the problems we have come down from his wing side because he likes to get forward.
Yeah.
I think he's an actual out and out. I think he's a midfielder. So if we were playing like a 4-4-2, I'd put him as a right mid because he likes to get further, forward. Just get a decent right back. And then I'd say, okay, so I want to say like a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Then I'm not sure who you'd take out of the squad to put in.
Who have you got at the moment?
Well, we don't really have a defensive midfielder option other than
You play McGinn. McGinn plays centre mid, doesn't he? He's not really a hold. He's not a holding.
He's not a holding, no. But we've got Nakambu and I think Douglas Luiz is quite a good holding midfielder, but I think he also prefers to get further forward. I think a lot of our team prefers to get further forward and attack rather than stay back in defence. So we need someone that is actually going to stay back and defend. Like,
I remember you used to have a guy with an afro that used to play holding midfield. Was it Sanchez?
Yeah, he plays for West Ham at the moment. Carlos Sanchez. Yeah. Yeah. I'd go holding midfielder. And a holding midfielder, right back, and a striker. Like proven ones in the Prem. I can't name anyone. Maybe a striker, maybe like a Chris Wood. Someone like that. Someone that's realistic and can score goals, but not totally out there like a bloody
Vardy.
Could Mings transition into a holding midfielder?
I could see that.
Yes, but then who would fill the?
This is true.
Who would fill the spot?
Sounds like you don't have a lot of options at Villa, Benny.
Well, if you look
Unless
at
you're a
our
goalkeeper.
midfield options, we've got
McGinn,
13.
Grealish, Hurahan, Jota. 13, Jesus.
listed on the Sky Sports.
Was that 13 goalkeepers?
No,
Oh.
5 goalkeepers.
We said 13 goalkeepers.
It's not
13.
far off.
13 midfielders and 5 goalkeepers.
Jesus.
But then I think a lot of there's a couple of young ones in there, and I think there's a few that are a bit just out of depth and just they're more championship players and need to kind of just sell for a bit of money. Just even if we sell like 3 players and only able to bring in 1 quality player.
I think you're forgetting one more position.
What?
The Grealish replacement.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. I can.
How
I
much
think
do you reckon
Grealish
you'd
will
get
go.
for him?
40.
At least 60.
40.
Yeah, because I want to get him for 40. Because that's the deal that United would probably put in for him, knowing Woodward.
That's what they would bid.
Yeah, that's what United would bid with Woodward.
I'd say at least 60.
I'd say he's a 70 million player in this current market. Well, mind you, I don't know what transfer prices are going to be after this whole corona.
Yeah,
I don't know what
it's going to be a very strange transfer window. I don't think clubs are going to have... Bigger clubs will be all right, but clubs like me and Benny, I think, will struggle with money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I was going to say, I'd take as like if I'd have said centre back to pair up with Mings, I'd take what's his name back from United? The one we had on loan last season. What's his name? Cal, you know who I mean. We've had our discussion about him before. Okay, just carry on. I'll find his name. I can't remember what his name is.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, at Liverpool, I'm not saying like I wouldn't. Sancho, for example, he's a quality player, but I feel that if he was to come to Liverpool, he wouldn't play as much as what he deserves, or it would be a difficult sort of thing, because who does he replace? Who does he take out? Like, I think
Sancho would be a better fit at United than Liverpool.
This is precisely the thing. Like, there's not a lot of players who I'd go, oh yeah, like I'd bin you off and put you in there. And like, it's not purely because like of talent wise, but it's like the cohesion of the team as well. Like, you can't, like, me and Sonny have had conversations about this. Like, and he's raised a good point. You can't just whip out a Salah and replace him with someone, because it will mess up the whole cohesion of the team and, you know, what we've got going on at the minute. So,
Benny, apparently the player's called Axel.
Yeah, Tuanzebe.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take him back.
Yeah, he's a good player. When he gets to play, that is.
What about you, Cal?
Oh, mine's easy. Centre back to partner with Maguire. No,
striker.
Not a centre mid. Right mid and striker to help Daniel James out on the right. And then you want your all.
Well, I thought he might be going out on loan. I don't know how true that is.
What, Daniel James?
Yeah, that I saw that, but
if he went on loan and we didn't replace him, then who would we put there?
Yeah,
Chong.
You've got
what I can tell from this is the Premier League don't have very good strikers.
No, they don't. To be fair, there's not. Firmino, Kane,
I think
Vardy.
I think a big talking point is that big names, a lot of big names, don't want to be in the Prem.
People are saying Son would be a good. I'll try again. Son would be a good fit for Liverpool.
Yeah, he would, but again, would he wouldn't come straight in.
Son's a class player, and I love Son. He's excellent, but I don't know who would you whip out? I assume you're a Liverpool fan, JDB. So like, would you take out Firmino and put Son there?
I can't see Son. I can't see Son leaving Tottenham.
Klopp's always said that Firmino's is number one, hasn't he?
Klopp, yeah, exactly. He rates Firmino the highest, and I think Firmino's quality. It's not just like the goals haven't been there like as much this season, but it's everything else that he brings. Like, he's mad.
We do lack big name strikers.
I think a big loss of strikers in the Premier League was Lukaku when he's obviously in Italy. Like, he was.
But you look at every player that's left United. So Ashley Young went to Inter Milan. He's doing bits.
Yeah.
Sanchez went into Milan as well, didn't he?
Yeah, him and Lukaku.
All three of them. And what about Chris Smalling?
Chris Smalling's at Roma and he's doing bits.
Roma. So Chris Smalling's gone to Roma, he's doing bits. And you've got those three at Inter Milan who are also doing bits.
But does that say something about the Italian league?
Possibly. Or does it say something about United?
Because
I think Firmino in behind them.
Because you took Pogba from Juventus.
Yeah.
And he's not really done as being as big as people thought he would.
Do you know what I think our best signing's been over the past couple of years? I'm talking way back to probably this decade. It's probably Van Persie.
Yeah. Do you think that players from abroad worry about coming to the Premier League because they're worried about their reputation and how they might find it more difficult?
I believe so. Because I think I might get slated for saying this, but the Premier League is definitely the most competitive league in the world. Like in other leagues, you've got the 2, maybe 3 teams that are standing every year. Like Bundesliga's boring. Every single year, it's Dortmund or Munich most of the time. But and then obviously French league is always PSG. But,
it's always different.
So
in the Premier League. Always something different.
We do have obviously when do you get an upset in other leagues where you get a Leicester win in the league?
Yeah, you don't. And I think this is why we see big players leaving. Like the best Premier League players, bar a few exceptions. Look at Ronaldo and Bale. Like they're quite happy to leave because they've done it.
Yeah.
In the Prem. But look at some of the players that have never played in the Premier League, like Lewandowski. I can imagine any one of our top 4 would take him, and bar maybe Aguero, I think he would start in any team. But like big players just don't want to come to the Prem, really. It's easier to prize players away than to bring players into the Premier League.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'd love to see come into the Premier League and thrive, and it's Ansu Fati.
Yeah, he's very young though, isn't he?
Yeah. Very young, yeah, exactly. I'd like to see him as a sort of establish himself and then come over. But I wouldn't like to see him come over and then ruin his career. I'd like to come over and see him thrive.
It's just a weird concept because everybody says that the Premier League is the most competitive league in the world and there's the most money in the Premier League, but we struggle to bring in the best. Yeah. Like, why, if the Premier League is such a big league, why have we not seen Messi in the Premier League? Why did Ronaldo want to leave the Premier League? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
I agree with the most money in the Prem, but I don't think the Prem is the most competitive.
Do you not?
I don't even think the Prem's the most competitive in England. The Championship is way more competitive.
I wonder how much of it comes down to lifestyle as well, because
you're only saying that, Benny, because you'll be in it soon.
Compared to how many players would want to live in England when they could live in
Spain or Italy or France?
Very true.
The thing about Mbappe to Newcastle. Who's going to want? Is he really going to want to go? Is he really going to want to leave Paris and go to Newcastle?
What other leagues in the world then, not England, Benny, would you say is more competitive than Premier League? And why?
Conference.
So at the moment, I'd say Spain is quite competitive.
I don't know if I agree.
Well, I think so.
I agree with your thing about the Championship.
So obviously, it's not going to be the Liga, and because of PSG just
dominate.
But the La Liga. So look at the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid. They carried it, didn't they? They were there every year. It was either one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This year, there's some names up there that haven't really been there before. Sevilla, they're 6 points behind Madrid. Okay, let's maybe move on from that.
Well, you could, but then you could say that with the likes of Sheffield and Wolves in the Prem. You know what I mean?
I think I know what you're saying, Ben. Because Liverpool are so far ahead, you're saying that it's sort of taken out the competitive element of winning the league. Whereas if you look
the City
abroad,
and
if you look abroad, there's still a couple of teams that will, bar Liga, there'll always be. There's been teams that have competed, especially in Spain, you've got Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico that are all sort of on each other's toes all the time. But then has it just been an anomaly this year that Liverpool have absolutely just...
But then last year it was only a 2-horse race, wasn't it?
City, to be fair, yeah, I get what you're saying, but
if you took Liverpool, City, and maybe even Leicester out of the equation this season, it would be competitive.
Yes, yeah. It's like that. If you can take a team out, and if you can take a team out, then it would be competitive.
Yeah,
that's why I think the Championship is quite competitive, because there's no, maybe Leeds, but apart from that, they're all.
Yeah, they always seem to bottle it, don't they?
There's any way it can go.
I understand. I understand
I know what you're saying.
There's like not so much now, but earlier on in the season, there was I think the gap between the bottom of playoffs and like the top of Championship was like a couple of points.
Mm-hmm.
So like having 2 bad games, you could go from being in the Prem, where you can get the money, to being just another Championship team again.
Yeah, I'd hate to be a team at that point. Be you soon, Benny.
Nah, I think Villa are gonna just claw safety this year.
Yeah, just. I think it's going to be
right.
Brighton, Bournemouth, Norwich. They're getting relegated.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Brighton, because we looked at Brighton's
upcoming games.
Fixtures, and they are horrible.
And they're awful.
Yeah, it's probably going to be.
I can see them maybe getting 3 points maximum.
Norwich, West Ham, Brighton.
Oh, yeah, I hope it is West Ham.
Bournemouth could slip into it.
Yeah.
And Watford, it's going to be tight. It is going to be tight.
What do you reckon is going to happen with Eddie Howe if Bournemouth go down?
He'll have to go.
Yeah.
But would it be another challenge for him? He seems to be a manager that likes a challenge.
But what about a challenge of
not getting relegated?
Europa League?
Yeah.
Yeah. But which club would he go to? Who do you think's going to sack their manager for him to go to?
United.
The Newcastle thing could be an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potentially. Just depends who gets sacked. Like, at the start of the next season, managers will get sacked.
A lot of sackings this season, haven't there?
Where do you reckon Poch is going?
I think he's waiting for a big... I think he's waiting for United.
I reckon he's going to end up at United.
So do I.
Yeah.
I was speaking about that the other day.
I think he's going to go abroad.
Abroad?
Well, he's hanging on. Even before, because before COVID, obviously you can't really do anything, but before COVID, he was hanging on. He didn't seem interested in going for anything straight away. I think he's waiting for United. I can see him there.
I can see him there as well.
But then Ollie always has that way of just clinging on as well. Yeah. He's literally doing so bad, and they think, right, Ollie's going to get sacked in the morning, and then he'll win. And then all of a sudden it's win, and then down again, and then up and down. We're not consistent. We need to be consistent. Eddie Howe is the best English manager. Bournemouth been really unlucky with injuries this season.
And they don't spend a lot of money either.
No, that's true.
They bought a few big players, but
I mean, last season Bournemouth did really well.
The players they seem to have bought never really seem to hit the ground running. They don't.
Solanke was a big buy one, eh?
He was.
Yeah,
he was their record transfer.
Yeah,
and he's done nothing. He's not even scored a goal.
I remember when they bought Gradle. Remember Gradle?
Yeah, Max Gradle.
He was quite a big name at the time. Yeah. Didn't do anything.
Okay, the only one that I'd say has actually done quite a signing that's done quite well. Ake.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 And
I rate Ake.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. Should we end it there for today, boys?
Should we wrap it up?
I think so. It's been a nice 2 hours chat.
Yeah, it's been very good.
So I'm going to be live tomorrow streaming some sort of game. Haven't decided what game yet. And then Tuesday you're live, Azza.
Yeah, and then Wednesday we'll be doing watch-alongs for the first
watch-along.
Premier League games. So it'll be another podcast sort of scenario, and we'll be watching along. So come and join us for that.
And yeah. So
It'd be great to see you.
I'll try get a Football Manager game out.
yeah,
OBS.
please do.
If OBS is gonna work with my mic.
And then this stream's also going to be uploaded to YouTube as well, so you can watch this again if you want to. But yeah.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in and joining in, and putting your comments in.
Bye.
Cookie will be back as well.
Cookie will be back.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.